If only there were a band with like 4 Dave Grohls in it.
It sounds like a new Rush song, doesn't it? A little bit.
A new what?
Like a new Rush song. I mean, Dave Grohl.
It's Dave Grohl.
I miss hearing Dave Grohl on drums. That fucking dude is a savant.
But it is his official video for play, which is all right.
I guess it's like tied into some children's musical charity thing.
Oh, I'm sure it's got some kind of a play in it for some reason.
Anytime Dave Grohl can record a music video of him doing all the fucking parts in the song, he's going to do it.
Yeah, it is just a little. I don't know. It's a little weird to me to have a solid 9-10 minutes of I don't know, putting it together in a dramatic sense,
right?
Because that's what it is. It's about a 31-minute video. Have fun watching the first 9 minutes or so.
It's like a 24-minute long song.
Yeah,
but the song itself is really good.
Right, a lot of build and very prog. But it's prog and Dave Grohl sense.
Yeah, it has that edge that the first Foo Fighters album had,
which was basically
Dave Grohl fucking at the helm for everything.
Right.
Which, I mean, if you can do that, you'd probably be better suited to do it. You know, you don't have to worry about the problem. You have to worry about touring musicians. That's about it.
Right.
And that's if you want to tour.
Sure. If you're Dave Grohl, you can basically do whatever the hell you want to do because he's like the last rock star.
Yeah,
you know?
He's been anointed as probably like the last true rock star. And I don't know if it'll be a while before we get new ones. You know, like legitimate new rock stars. Jerry Cantrell, you can put him on the list as well.
Yeah, he's a fucking wizard, though. I mean, I don't know.
He's cheating. He's tapped the vein of magic to do what he does.
Ugh. But anyway, it's another Friday right here around the old Mead Hall as we get together and talk about Mead, metal, and MMA. Generally in that particular order, but we usually throw in a lot of other shit here and there. Trying to keep it a little short this week.
Because our lives are so eventful.
There's not a lot going on in MMA this week, so that part's going to be easy. Not a lot going on in metal, although metal-worthy things of note.
Yes.
Mead, not a lot going on there. So it's probably going to be one of our shorter ones for today.
Unless our lives were incredibly active this week.
Well, you can get off our nuts a little bit about it because everything's been like an hour and 10. Like
I was going to say, someone been on our dick for...
No, but I will say this. Especially for all of you Yari fans out there from Winter Sun. Keep those thumbs downs a coming because you know what it does?
Tell your friends.
It validates what we do. It validates... The best thing is, and granted, we have like a childlike approach to this, but...
Yeah, we've never accused ourselves of being professional.
Oh, God, no. But I will say this, is that there's nothing better than a thumbs down, knowing that we're getting to you, and we might have fucked up your week a little bit.
That's right. You listen and just what we had to say fucking ruins your day. I mean, we're here to uplift. We are here to spread positivity, the power of positivity. But when people find our opinions to be less than what theirs is, there's no better feeling. I was always worried about getting thumbs down and shit, but when that first Yari one popped out,
right,
and we had more thumbs down, thumbs up, I was like, oh, no, this feels pretty good.
It's good. It validates what we do.
Yeah, it makes me feel like
ambivalence is terrible. Don't ignore us. So hover over that thumbs down. I know you want to.
We don't give a fuck about the YouTube algorithm. All we really care about is either enlightening you or pissing you off.
And really, and that's where your neutral behavior is not needed here.
Yeah. Don't ride the fence here. It's either or.
You ride our dick, or you ride your own ego.
That's right.
What it is.
You ride our dick, or you wish our dick would fall off.
Yeah, one of the two. But anyway, so that's addressing last week because like immediately right out of the box, first thing is like thumbs down. I was like, oh well, it's a Yari podcast. That's why.
I wish people would leave a comment with it.
Right.
Not because then I'll know who did it. Because I mean, really, at the end of the day,
we're not going to pull a Jay and Silent Bob, and you know.
Yeah, that'd be great. Maybe later. I mean, when I'm 60, I might still do it. But opening up lines of dialogue, debating these things. That's really the end result I would want.
Right.
Be like, okay, this is how I feel. You've told me how you feel. Let's fucking hash it out. I mean, we'll probably walk away both still feeling exactly the same way.
Were you finished? Well, let me retort.
Can it finish? A little Ross Perot there on the podcast.
A little Pulp Fiction too.
Yeah, see, we got our weekly
Jules
Pulp
Winfield,
Fiction in there.
Yeah. But anyway, hover over that thumbs down. Go ahead and hit it. It's better to go that or thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't give a shit.
And you know how it'd be even easier to hate us if you subscribe.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. What you might want to do if you're a Yari fan, just subscribe.
Or put your head in a bag and tie it off at the neck.
Right the neck, really tight.
Yeah.
And breathe deeply a couple of times. You'll get a buzz.
Yeah. It's a high better than heroin, let me tell you.
It has the same result in the end.
God damn, dude, if 5 people die that way, we're in big trouble.
That would be. It'd be like, they brought it upon them. Yeah, well. Yeah.
It's like, sorry.
If you're not smart enough to figure out what to do with plastic bags.
I didn't realize I had the charisma of a Charles Manson.
Right up there with the old Hitler. Yeah.
That's right. With those eyes. Oh, man.
Anyway, so we'll get into all the fun stuff here shortly. How's your week?
I was really worried that I wouldn't have any stories this week.
Okay.
Outside of the chain-smoking people that deliver me my papers every morning. But that was just a funny interaction.
Right.
Because I was outside fucking sweeping up dead insect carcasses, and I've never actually met the people that deliver our paper. I'm usually inside doing other shit. And this fucking rickety old SUV pulls in.
Oh, God, I don't know why. I thought you were going to say a goddamn rickshaw.
No, that'd have been great. I would have looked forward to that.
Well, it would have made more sense with where our newspaper's going in this town because it's no longer there.
Yeah.
They're selling the building. It's closed up. All things go through Clovis now, and yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, they're the harness maker in the age of the automobile.
Right. Yeah, I basically found out that because there were a couple mornings where I'd go get my paper and it was like covered in cigarette ashes.
Yeah.
And I was always curious, like, what the fuck is this? I know the people that are out here at night. I watch the security cameras. There's very few people, and they all smoke somewhere else. They don't smoke right in front of the door. Well, that's because these two are some chain-smoking old people.
Ah, yeah, right.
Like, to the point where they're like, we know we're dying. We don't give a fuck. We're old.
You ever encounter, like, smokers, like, over the age of 60? They have a fucking kind of a funny approach to life in that regard.
Yeah, almost as if they've even surprised themselves as making it that far.
Yeah, and if you go, hey, could you step back a little bit? Then they get fucking offended worse than like
because they're career now. They're career.
Yeah, that's it. It's like, back once upon a time, well, and I get this shit too. I belong to a veterans organization in this town. Yeah. And you'd have like some of these people once upon a time that would be like, no, it's a God-given right to smoke inside a building. It's like, But the state allowed it went non-smoking in the entire state unless it's a veterans organization. Yeah, that was the only loophole left. Well, man, it's like it's a God-given right up there next to prima nocta,
which is enacted on the reg.
That's right.
But the only, like I said, I was worried I wasn't going to have any stories to tell.
So it's having to do with ashes on newspaper. Is that it?
That was going to be the extent of it, which I know no one else would have been happy with. I would have been fucking fine with it. But Wednesday morning, 6:10 a.m. I'm just so stoked. My shift's done in 50 minutes. I'm deciding what I'm not going to do for the week. And I see this little beat up F-150 pull up into the driveway.
Okay.
And normally if you're pulling into the driveway of my hotel, you're coming down to check out. You're not coming in to check in or inquire about a room. In the security camera, I see this woman get out. Wearing shorts and like a weird little wife beater muscle shirt kind of thing.
Wow. Okay.
And a big lady.
So a fat woman in a tank top is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Covered nearly head to toe with ace bandages.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then when she came in, I saw she had a hospital band on her fucking wrist. She'd just been...
She broke out of a loony bin.
No, I saw RGH, so she was fresh out of a legitimate hospital.
Oh, okay. God damn, and covered head to toe in gauze?
Yeah. So I was like, okay, if this woman just got out of the hospital and like needs a room to crash for a little bit, I have a room that I will rent out to her that I know we won't need for that day. So we can just like give her a little bit of a deal and she'll wake up at 3 in the afternoon and get the fuck out.
Yes, move the mop bucket and the brooms out of there instead of it.
You sleep next to the waffle batter. So
Christ almighty.
when this woman opens her mouth, she asks if she can use a shower. One of our showers.
So you rent showers?
Well, we do have showers, but they're kind of attached to rooms you have to buy.
Oh, okay. All right.
And she was wanting a shower for nothing. She was wanting a free shower. She wanted to shower in one of the rooms that a guest had already checked out of.
Do you have any, like, I don't know, people like go around, like, water the plants around and stuff?
There's a water spigot outside.
Yeah,
they can just
right.
throw down on that and be like, here, I'll give you all the free soap and shampoo you want, but you're going to have to get sloppy outside with the rest of the hobos.
Ugh. And you said she was quite a heavy lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it would have taken a towel. So, of course, I say, no, we don't do that. And I'm really sorry. That's all you need now. If you need a shower that bad and got money for a room, hey, I'll hook you up. That's my job. That's kind of what I do here.
Now there are those of us that go, wait. So you got a hotel, you can't rent it by the hour, unless it's a really fucking crazy little.
Yeah, unless the hotel's down the road from
right.
us. Then you can probably get away with it.
Because then you're like rent it by the hour, and you're looking to knock a little boots and move a little lawn, and But
yeah.
No, you're like a legitimate no, you can't. You can't rent a shower. You can't rent by the hour. You got to. It's like a legit.
Yeah, it's a goddamn contract for a night's stay at our fine establishment, and it will be honored. So yeah, I tell this woman no. Like, look, that's not our policy to let people just come in and use a shower of a room a guest is already checked out of. If you have the money for a room, I'll be more than happy to accommodate you. Outside of that, it's time for you to fucking go. It is far too late in my shift to be dealing with this weirdness.
Right.
And I thought I didn't say that.
Lady, could you come back in about 45 minutes?
My eyes was saying that, but my mouth was like, yeah, there's nothing I can do for you. Very apologetic, very kind.
That's right. We have a community shower we rent out down the hall here.
And then she was wondering where the next KOA fucking campsite area was. And I was like, there's not one.
KOA, really?
Yeah. Is that what it is, KOA?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was wondering if there was one of those.
What did she, a time traveler from the 70s?
Well, apparently she's from Raton.
She was a time traveler from the 70s.
Yeah. It makes all the sense in the world now, doesn't it? My story all of a sudden doesn't have any weight left. But you'd think she would have left after that, but instead, for the next 15 minutes, I heard her life story. She was trying to gain my sympathy and to be like, okay, you know what? Go shower up, you slop sack.
You sloppy. Why was she wearing so much gauze?
I don't know. She can afford a hospital visit, but she can't afford a goddamn room in a hotel.
That is a little weird because a hospital visit's going to be a pricey.
And to butter me up even more,
bunk.
She said that she worked at the same chain I work at in Raton.
Oh, and they rent out showers there, do they?
Well, she didn't mention that, but to show that she wasn't lying, she's like, and they have bulletproof glass there, just so you know I'm not lying. I was like, oh. Well, that's
Is that a thing?
I've heard of it, but usually you're a shitty-ass hotel dealing with shitty-ass people.
Well, Raton is not. People have this idea. It's like, a quaint little city up in the mountains.
Yeah, I stopped at the McDonald's in Raton, and I felt like I was in a pod at a jail.
Yeah.
Waiting for my fucking slop tray.
Raton is a horrible town.
Fuck that, dude. Yeah, it's great if you're fucking there up in the mountains.
Go through Raton straight up to the pass and beyond that and stop in Trinidad. That's what I would recommend.
Yeah, go over there. That's like that. It's such a better trade-off than Raton in every way.
Oh, my God.
In every way.
I don't know where this concept that Raton's kind of like a tourist getaway came from. Because they're trying to put in for one of these racetrack and casino things.
Could you imagine that in Raton? Shit.
I can't because that place is far more ghetto than anybody knows. They think it's like, it's right there at the base of the mountains and right in smack in the middle of meth city.
It's like, have you ever been in? If you've driven through Raton, you ever been in Raton?
Yeah. Their Super 8 has bulletproof glass apparently.
Yeah, which I believe wholeheartedly. But after this lady's story, I'm like, that's really great. You still can't use our shower, and it's time to go.
Yeah,
I got shit to do. I got people in here. Meanwhile, there are people in here eating breakfast while this. And she's not talking like in a library voice.
Yeah,
she is using her outdoor "I'm protesting Donald Trump" kind of voice.
Lordy.
So she finally acquiesces, realizes she's not getting a shower, and proceeds to leave. And then all of a sudden, now she's a diabetic.
Oh, so you didn't offer a couple of waffles with some butter, like pats, to like wash yourself off with?
Nature's fucking hand towel.
It's
Hotel
loofah.
waffle.
It's the culinary loofah.
That's the only thing I'd use it for. So she starts saying, "Oh, and I'm also diabetic, and I'm having blood sugar problems. Can I have some food?"
What?
I give her a piece of fruit and send her on her way.
Was it like a melon ball? I hope it was like something really small.
Here's a
quarter of a peach.
It was kind of like a shitty Chiquita banana, like a shitty one. One of those that's like green, but it has the spots of time on it.
Yes, it has age, but yet it's young.
Yeah, it's like it's no good anywhere, but you can have this banana. And you would think that was it.
Oh my God, that wasn't it?
No, my friend. I can't remember which podcast it was, but I did mention the Breakfast Bandits.
They're not skateboarders, right?
No, they're cyclists.
Oh, that's right. I knew it was some bullshit conveyance that fucking only poor people can do.
They're basically couriers, apparently. They have bicycles and backpacks, so they're clearly running messages from house to house in our humble little town here.
And they're trying to stop in for a free meal. Are they all wearing like really, really nice short sleeve white shirts with maybe a tie? Because those would be Mormons.
I'm trying to remember. The ginger three-fingered man that returned, he was wearing a classic Pantera shirt, but he had destroyed it and cut the sleeves off.
Oh, okay, so not Mormons. Okay,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no.
I just want to make sure you weren't shunning,
Oh no, I won't.
Religious public.
Well, no. I mean, those soul-soliciting pig fuckers can go hand off their religion elsewhere.
Oh my
God. Not on my land. But yeah, they came back. They fucking came back after
There's
two.
Like 3 of them, right?
A total of 3 that I've seen, but this was the core 2, the ginger and the Mexican dude.
Okay.
And they immediately came in. And every time I'm greeting someone.
This is also on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
This happened 15 minutes after that other woman left.
Oh, my God. Your Wednesday morning was...
yeah, after she left,
it was supreme.
It was great, yeah. After she left, I went out to the breakfast. I was like, okay, everything's good. For when the boss lady shows up, she doesn't have to worry about shit. I go back and I'm like, what's going on security camera? Oh, my God, fucking bicycles. You got to be fucking kidding me. I nearly called the cops right then. I should have. I really should have.
Then you've warned them before, yeah?
Yeah, I've warned them twice before this, and they've also been warned once by the boss lady. They came in after 7.
Goddamn! So they've had the full 3-strike treatment.
Yeah, so I greet them in a way, knowing I'm about to kick them out, and ask them, "Is there anything I can help with today? Is there anything you need?" Like, oh, just a little breakfast. I'm like, oh yeah, y'all staying here? No, we got a friend staying here, which, pro tip, if you're going in to fucking steal breakfast from a continental breakfast at a hotel, don't say your friends are the guest because that won't do you any good. That breakfast is for the guest. If he's there and you're there, then you're legit. If it's just y'all just coming over to get a goddamn cinnamon bun and waffle, you're fucked.
So you have to come down the elevator or the stairs.
That's right.
With said,
The person giving us cash must be fucking present.
Yeah.
Then take all the fucking food you want. But
even then, you couldn't fucking serve up 4 goddamn people, right? I mean, if you're renting one room.
If you got 4 people in that room, you can. Oh goddamn!
Wow, really?
Yep. You can have 4 people in a room. We got 2 rooms of 2 queens.
All right.
I mean, it's a little stuffy, and children stay free as always.
And obviously, then you got the stigma that you're, 4 dudes in a room.
Yeah. Well, see, I keep an eye on the fucking cameras so much that I know who's supposed to be here and who's not. Even on a night when we're sold out, I know the people that are staying there because 80% of them are workers.
Yeah.
So I know what to look for. And the other ones are clearly old people and out-of-towners. The people that come in to try to get free shit from us clearly would never stay at our hotel because they don't have money to do it.
Yeah.
So I confront them. I say, look, I've told you guys twice, and I even told the redhead ginger motherfucker, I'm like, look, man, you have 3 fingers. You are hard to forget.
Right.
I didn't want to also throw in there that he was a redhead because I felt like his life is bad enough.
Yeah. I already recognize you as one of mine.
Yeah. It's like you're a ginger dude with a backpack and 3 fingers. How hard are you to forget?
Backpack. What is this, 18-year-old?
I don't get it. Well, that's where you keep, all your guns and drugs, I guess. I don't know.
Fucking old is this guy?
I don't know, man. He's a meth head. It could be anywhere from 25 to 45.
Look, well, I don't trust anybody with a backpack on their back if they're not a student.
I don't trust adults riding bikes at 6 a.m. to get free fucking breakfast, and I don't trust people that fucking bum butts out of the ashtray outside either. For
my God,
yeah,
really?
Those are two things where I'm like, you are clearly not a man I want anywhere near anything I hold dear.
Well, call the cops next time, man.
But as they were leaving, after I told them, I was like, I know who you guys are. I know you don't know anybody here. It's time to get the fuck out. The next time I see your little shitty Cadillac bicycles floating around my fucking parking lot, I'm calling the cops. Apparently, they were going to call our headquarters and complain about how poorly they had been treated by me.
Good. Maybe they should call the ACLU.
Yeah, but here was kind of the weird thing. They said they were going to come back later and talk to my boss.
Okay.
But they said it in a way of like, we're going to come back and talk to your boss later. Like, I got a vibe that there was like a shittier motive behind it. You know what I mean?
They think there's an inside track with.
Yeah, or like maybe they were going to come back and like try to put fear in the boss lady, which is fucking impossible. She's 27 with 2 kids, like a 4'11" Latina woman. She takes no shit.
No, absolutely, yeah.
So.
Fuck that. That's what the cops are on the payroll for.
Yeah, that's right.
Call.
They know, and I mean these fucking. It's just the dredges of society that I have to deal with sometimes. And I nearly got out of the work week without having to fuck with any of them. God, I nearly did it.
Wednesday morning was kind of just a Monday.
Yeah, and this was all squished into a time span of about 35 minutes.
Good Lord.
I went from being so happy it was about time for me to fucking begin my week of fun to like just being so goddamn glad I'm not around that bullshit.
I'm actually kind of shocked you didn't come in here and like throw back a bottle of fucking mead.
No, I almost fucking bought me a 6-pack down at the convenience store. I was getting my breakfast burrito on because it was 7 o'clock. It was available to buy, and I was like, fucking beer sounds really good right now.
Yeah,
but that's why I go to Clovis.
I always like the morality laws we have in place. Like, you can't go buy no beer before 7 a.m. Yeah, but what if you fucking worked all night? Then basically 7 a.m. is somebody else's 5 p.m.
That's right.
It's bullshit. We're putting values on things that don't fucking need to have a value placed on
that don't concern anybody else.
It's
don't fucking judge me for getting drunk at 7 a.m. I'd been up since 6 p.m. the day before.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Because that is the morality. Well, hold on now. Well, it's the same thing on Sunday. It's like, no. You can't go to the store and buy liquor to take home and drink in the privacy of your home. No. You must go out to a bar and drink it, sir, and then drive home.
Because that is the only way we'll make any little bit of money on your ass.
I don't want to say that New Mexico laws are retarded, but they certainly are not well thought out.
I would call them almost like Manning brother mouth-breathing fucking people.
It doesn't make sense. They bitch about being basically the government, the executive branch in the state. Our drunk governor who likes to call down bitching about like at pizza parties and whatnot. That is her legacy. By the way, her legacy will always be a phone call when she was lit up at the Hotel Santa Fe.
Who are you? Who you were doing that for Cormier? You're also going to do it for our humble governor.
Oh, our humble governor. Fuck that. That's her legacy. Her legacy is a drunk phone call that all the media got, and they put it out everywhere. This is Governor Montana. What's the problem? Yeah. Hey, drunkie. How about you back off and just pretend like you're not there? Maybe I don't know.
Shit.
And then she's like wanted to demand who it was that let him know. I mean, look, it's like shit that like you and I would do, not a governor. God damn it, So anyway, yeah, it's the laws in this state are. They're not helpful.
No,
like I said,
they're not productive.
If you're wanting to sit around on a Sunday and have a lot of liquor at your house and stay at your house and out of everybody's troubles, and have a few cocktails on your porch, a little Arnold Palmer with a whole shitload of vodka thrown in, maybe a little whiskey.
That's what I would want to do.
Then you're staying at home and you're not causing anybody any problems. You can't. Not here. Not in Roosevelt County.
Yeah, that's
or
why we don't
County.
do the podcast on Sunday.
Well, that fucking a lot of other reasons behind that, but
yeah, true.
But but that's the whole thing is that that's where all this is at. Is that if you want to do that, you've got to go shopping on Saturday in order to be able to lock that in.
Yeah.
But if you didn't go shopping on Saturday, well, guess what? You can't drink at your own house. You have to drive to town
and pay the premium.
Yeah, that's it. And I don't understand the reasoning behind it. I guess if I talk to somebody and they can convince me otherwise, that I'm the one that's wrong.
I would love to hear that reasoning.
Yeah,
because it would certainly convert me as well.
One day. I don't know.
Well, this rant brought to you by Jack Daniel's Rye, still as strong as ever.
Apparently. It's also this whole podcast brought to you by White Shadow Ranch, by the way.
Yes,
as they're helping us move along with a boutique batch and into the Mead portion, I guess, unless we're
But real quick, also, fucking happy birthday, Daryl.
Oh yeah. By the way,
this fucking guy.
Yeah, that fucking guy. My brother, which actually I pointed out last week, I'd like Freudian slip our brother Daryl.
Right.
But yeah, so he's celebrating a birthday today, so good
How
for
old
him.
Is
He's up there. I don't.
Really?
No. He's going to outlive me, and he's like 8 years older than I am. So.
Wow. So, goddamn, I kind of had the two of you pegged like in the same age range.
Yeah. See, that's it. This is what you get. Looking at me is what you get, and then looking at him is like, well, if you live a good life, a clean life, there you go.
Exactly. Goddamn. Wow. Fucking A. Good on you, Daryl. You're looking good, man.
So
there's something behind that. Mrs. Myers hand sanitizing fucking lotion and soaps.
Outside of just the fact that they sell them all over fucking Texas at HEB,
and they smell amazing.
Which, but I'm not saying that that's actually on my list of things to get done when we go to Austin here in about 3 weeks. But
mine is to fuck a hooer.
That's on my list of things to do.
But yeah, fucking happy as the birthdays to Mr. Dale Robbins.
I don't know. Is there anything?
Which will be emanating from that area in about a month's time.
Yeah. Well, it said 3 weeks, but it was more like about 3.5. But yeah. But yeah, no, it's coming up. It's coming up. Matter of fact, we'll be on our way back from Austin probably 4 weeks from today or tomorrow, depending.
Yeah. We were talking about maybe coming back Saturday, like doing the podcast up there.
Yeah, do a podcast on a Wednesday that week, and then we can enjoy our time up there.
Yeah.
Catch Alice and Shane's on Thursday. Maybe enjoy some eateries. Come back Saturday or Friday. Yeah. Friday or Saturday. I don't know.
Got to go get that noodle on.
That's a given at this point. Yeah. Torchy's Taco's another one, but yeah.
Yeah. I gotta try a little more in there. Shit. Didn't mean to get into a fucking Austin tangent. Fuck you, Daryl. Fuck you and your birthday.
I'm all right with getting into an Austin tangent, but yeah.
Yeah, getting in that vibe, dude.
Yeah. That's a town I could actually envision living in that fucking place.
I could pull it off.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like my solitude of living out in the middle of nowhere, but if I lived in a city, I could kind of see that one. Now, granted, the traffic sucks, but
yeah. Well, you're in a hub city. You're gonna fucking go. It's gonna
but that one wasn't. Shit. That one wasn't built for like a lot of quick transportation, though.
It really, well, fuck. Seeing Daryl navigate it fucking made my butthole pucker the whole goddamn time.
He's he's basically a James Bond. Is what he is.
Well, like I was never in fear of him like fucking like running us into a vehicle or something.
No.
I was more just like. I mean, shit, if you're with James Bond in a goddamn F1 car and he's making hairpin turns and like accuracy of 100%, your asshole's still going to be pretty goddamn small.
And that's pretty much, that's Daryl. So
now, remembering where we park, that's a whole other story.
Right. So happy birthday to that dude. And
happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday to anybody else. We got anybody famous birthdays today? Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
Yeah. The only we got a famous death today.
Had Sam Elliott a couple of days ago.
Shit.
Yeah.
That dude's got to be 70, mid-70s?
Mid-70s, something like that. I don't remember exactly. I want to say it was like 78, but that sounds wrong, but maybe not.
See, they should have never killed him off in the first Roadhouse movie, because if he'd still been alive, the character, that second Roadhouse movie would have happened.
Isn't that ironic that like they killed him off, but yet Patrick Swayze lived, and here we are.
We'll never get another Roadhouse because Sam Elliott's character got fucking murdered, unless it's a prequel.
Yeah.
Now, that would be pretty cool, actually. That is
be
a cool concept. Go back to his history because he was doing that shit his whole life.
Yeah, but that guy you can't hair dye that guy up and make him
younger. No, it clearly wouldn't be Sam Elliott. I'm talking like getting a Sam Elliott-esque person. Like a Christian Bale.
Right.
He could pull it off.
One of the Diaz brothers.
Oh, God, no. No, Sam Elliott's character was suave in that fucking movie. Diaz brothers don't have a suave bone in their body. They're goddamn gangsters.
I now know why I don't wear a brimmed hat at this goddamn thing. I keep knocking it off my own head.
The frivolity keeps knocking her down. So anyway, let's jump to our tiers.
Yeah, well, it's going to go fast. The Mead rundown. We're going to be drinking some long ships tomorrow, mainly so that way, kind of a quality control more than anything else.
Yeah, see where it's at.
We'll report back on that next week. Again, on our boutique batch, we haven't advanced any yet. Again, White Shadow Ranch is one of our, they're our patron, really, at this point. We're going to do a batch for them. I'm trying to get the wheels in motion and moving so that way it's done before the end of the year. It's probably going to be January. But anyway, here's a nice thing. If you're looking for something unique and you want to do a case batch of handcrafted mead, we can do that, and it's not terribly expensive. Or if you have a wedding, here's the whole thing, because a lot of people don't really care what's in the bottle, which is kind of a fucking nonsense bit for me, because that's the only thing we really care
it's what's on the inside that counts, people.
But a lot of people look at it and it's like, well, what kind of a label can we expect? We'll do whatever we can do, artistically.
Want a little goddamn cartoon bee? We got a cartoon bee in our fucking arsenal.
You're getting like making some mistake, like getting married. We can absolutely put together some kind of his and her, blah 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 blah.
So I could have a background on that, kind of hidden text saying you're making a huge mistake.
But whatever you have going on, or if it's a corporate thing like we're doing with White Shadow Ranch,
right?
We're happy to do that. We can meet with you. Boutique batches are probably, I think that's probably where we're going to go for the majority of a lot of our efforts.
Right.
We're still going to do our occasional, and I think probably 4 times a year, 5 times maybe, batches that you expect. And generally, when we start getting low on those, we'll do another batch. But I really think that's kind of the wave of where we're at.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you want to get that, hit us up. We're obviously you can send us a message on YouTube. We'll get back with you on that. We're happy to do it. But anyway, that's the only meat update I have this week.
Yeah, I don't really have anything, because I actually had bought a bottle of Troublemaker last week, but I didn't pick it up because the weekend was pretty gnarly. And I'd totally forgotten about it. So I can't talk about how great my bottle of Troublemaker was because I haven't enjoyed it yet.
Right.
So you fucking people better get on that Troublemaker batch, because I'm getting a little bit of a slow start. But once I get traction, it's over. It's over. That's it.
Let's move on to metal. The one thing I do want to point out, and granted, if you're listening to this on a Friday night, that's great. And if you're listening to this like later on in the weekend, it's probably too late. But our good friend Ruben puts on a garage metal fest every year. Last year, we were the opening act for that thing on a Friday. Hemisaurus was there from Illinois.
And a light among
many.
A light among many. Fuck, I actually remember the dude's name. That's not bad.
From like Colorado Springs. Well, tomorrow, there's like 6 or 8 acts. But a lot of them, most of them are rap acts.
Yeah, so, this is more, if R&B, rap is kind of your bag, this is the show for you.
So Ruben's putting that on tomorrow. I think it'll be great. I mean, we didn't really work on anything. So frankly, in time got away. So,
right, yeah. I mean, shit, it went from being mentioned to like now it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I got to give Ruben credit for doing a vast array of music in his garage. That first one, those are two I mean, like you're getting, with us, you're just getting some good times, you know. But then that Light Among Many and Hemisaurus, those were 2 like almost specialty acts of metal.
Very much so.
Yeah,
and I mean,
like a drummer and a bass player.
Dude's touring, right? You know, I mean, and bouncing around all over the country, you know, kind of on a thing that kind of came from like Tulsa, or something like that, straight to Clovis, to do a garage band kind of a thing.
And that's crazy. Like I gotta give Ruben props for one for like being able to whip this shit together, and kudos to like local musicians for legitimately being like, hey, I will fucking play for 3 people in a hallway as long as I get to play.
That's right. Yeah, it's good.
But just remember that his house is 2 blocks from the police station. So.
Which makes it okay because cops don't hang out at the police station.
That is true. That is true.
Other stuff going on. We're working on. We've kind of narrowed down what we're going to do on our next cover.
Can I'd like to announce what the song is that we're going to do, if I may. The next hit song,
okay,
done by Echoes of Ancients, is going to be Steve Winwood.
All right.
Back fine. In the high life again.
Yeah. Let's make that one into a Doom.
Dude, I would. Yeah, I would love that because I mean, no fucking around. I actually kind of do enjoy Steve Winwood. It's the epitome of the '80s sound, all wrapped up in one.
Everything, all major chords. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be back in the high life again.
But we've kind of narrowed down what we're going to do, which is cool because the Birthday Boy today, as I'd mentioned earlier, it's one of his favorite albums. Like I think it's top 10 of all time.
Man, wouldn't it be fucking cool if we could fucking get him to like kind of record a little bit or two in fucking Austin?
Maybe.
Might be able to pull that off.
Yeah, it's possible.
That would be fucking cool.
Well, and some of the things we're going to have to get in place first, which is cool because we're going to, and that is we have a bass coming, and we have tried, and we've tried to reinvent the wheel, and you can't reinvent the wheel.
Yeah. Any bass sound you're going to get that you don't have a guitar is going to sound too synthy.
Yeah.
So you might as well just have a synth part in your song.
Right, and then go ahead and get a bass part going. So that's what we're going to do. We have a bass coming in next week, and that's cool.
And it's a beaut.
Sweetwater, yeah. Helping us out with a good Yamaha model.
Yamahas are their basses, you're going to definitely get something consistently good.
That's even low-end ones. You're getting an industry standard that you can depend on, And on top of that, and I'm kind of curious to see because I do have that Peavey, that mini bass amp of mine that I utilize forever for guitar tone. Actually might get some play as a bass amp. Now we'll have to mic it and everything else for our stuff, but it should be good, and I think it opens the doors for a lot of the things that we need to do that we just know where our limitations are at.
Sure. Well, anytime we get to add something new to the arsenal is a good fucking day.
Yeah.
Yep. And we get to do it because of the fine people that have helped support us and get us to where we are as far as being able to put out music.
Right. Yeah, the Mead thing kind of helps out the music thing, which then helps out, us being able to do what we want to do.
And it keeps us alive.
That's kind of it. Yeah. So
not that we use money to survive. It keeps our hearts going.
So you got anything on the metal side this week?
Well, Alice in Chains put out a new song today.
Yeah, we're going to close with that one, or at least a portion of it. You can get on YouTube and check it out yourself.
Yeah. But I will say, and I mean, I feel like everything I say about this new song is almost bad, but I don't mean it that way. I will say out of the 3 songs I've heard, this is the number 3 on the list.
Yeah.
But everything they've put out for this new album has been consistently fucking awesome.
Yeah, and this one's Never Fade is what this one is. It would I was trying to figure it out, and it seemed like it was something I've heard before, but I haven't. It seemed like it, but it would fall in place. In Jerry Cantrell's solo stuff, kind of the period after the post-Lane Staley period for Alice in Chains, it sounds like it would have fallen in place very, very well with that first record of his.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. There a lot of the especially the harmonies to me,
right,
they echo Jar Flies and Sap and even and Dirt. The end of the 90s original Alice in Chains.
Okay.
I really liked that a lot. I mean, every song has had strong harmonies. Alice in Chains is built on strong harmonies.
Sure. Yeah.
But this song almost is like it's almost an instrument in itself. Overall, I mean, it's a mid-tempo jam. It's not shreddy. It's good. It is really good.
Yeah.
But then you go back and listen to the one and you're like, ooh.
It's just the record Rainier Fog, right? It's going to be coming out at the end of the month, and that one it's going to be a game changer of a record.
Well, like I was telling you earlier, I feel like this is their hardwired album.
Kind of, because it pulls together a lot of what they have been and kind of project a lot of what they will be.
Yeah, right. It's good. I mean, if we got a new Alice in Chains album every 4 years, I'd be a happy boy.
Yeah,
and I feel like we got one or two more.
Yeah, I think that's I think at a minimum, because it keeps feeling like that Jerry Cantrell has a lot to say.
Yeah, and
he's the primary songwriter for all of this stuff. Him and William Duvall,
right.
I really, really do, and Mike Inez to a degree. But I feel like there's a lot that's still out there to be told.
Oh no, absolutely. They have a lot of work left to do, and this album so far, it almost feels like this is a sound they've been working on for like 8 years.
Yeah,
and I feel like they finally found it.
And it is, but you can hear every incarnation of Alice in Chains back to '89, really, in some of the tones that they're getting out of all of this.
God damn, you can basically assign Alice in Chains as an '80s band, technically.
But we know they're a '90s band. But
a band that formed in the '80s.
But more importantly, they're a 2010s band.
Yeah, not a lot of these bands like Rage Against the Machine. They had that tour, everything went well, and they're like, no, we're not going to make any new music. GNR might not make any new music. Cold Chamber certainly isn't going to make any new music, but I'm starting to name bands that shouldn't be named with these other bands.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this whole goddamn album. The only other thing that I can think about talking about music-wise is Dave Grohl's new song.
Yeah, let's get to that one, because I'm a little bit. I kind of caught a little bit about the first 4 or 5 minutes of this track.
First 4 or 5 minutes of a 24-plus minute track. The story behind this, I'm not entirely sure if... it seems like it has the vibe. It deals with some kind of children's charity for music, which is always cool. Kind of like the School of Rock style stuff. Dave Grohl plays, I think they said 7 instruments on this album. Now, there's a music video that accompanies this song that shows Dave Grohl playing all the parts in this song. The xylophones get the least amount of work in the music video, by the way. The xylophone just never gets any respect. But it's basically a 24-plus minute song that sounds like it has about 6 other songs in it. And I know you can quote me on this podcast a couple weeks ago saying that Foo Fighters, in my mind, they've fallen out of my favor. Dave Grohl, though, has not. Dave Grohl had put out not only a really great 24-plus minute, and that's the other thing. This is an instrumental gem. There are no vocals in it at all. This song is the best instrumental. I'm going to call it a hard rock track, not a metal track.
Right.
The best instrumental hard rock track I've heard since Suicide Redemption on Death Magnetic. And I love instrumental hard rock metal tracks. I love that shit, especially if it's multi-layered, and this is multi-layered.
Well, there's a problem with Dave Grohl, though. At least if we want to address the elephant in the room. Dave Grohl is very, very popular among people that appreciate that. I'd say grunge, but it's beyond that. Appreciate that Dave Grohl hard rock.
You have the fans that are like, we love Nirvana, so we love Dave Grohl.
Yeah, but those people are all shit my age or older now. But we're talking about he has an approach to rock and roll that is very different.
Sure.
And you can be that prog rocker that can appreciate that, and that's fine. But you also have people that are more of a heavier fan base, but yet they appreciate what he does. He's got a weird fan base that's very broad.
He's able to grab everybody. And that's a hell of a thing to be able to do.
It is, but my God, at some point, man, you're going to disappoint some people.
Yeah, but really, if you're able to wrangle in that many fans, the amount you disappoint, the ones that love you will always overshadow. Yeah. Always.
Man.
I mean, if you're a small act and you neglect your fan base, then, well, you're fucked.
Right.
Just go. I highly recommend, set aside a half hour if you want to watch why Dave Grohl's doing this. That's the first 6 minutes of the video.
8 minutes.
8 minutes of the video. Goddamn.
Yeah.
But the song Dave Grohl is able to write is really good.
Yeah.
Really fucking good.
And it's not like he does bad music anyway.
No.
I mean, this is just another reason to
I just got tired of Foo Fighters.
And I get that, because the fact is, the Foo Fighters, you kind of had this feeling like, well, is this one going to be another go for radio single? Is this going to be another go for radio single? Is this going to be another go for?
Well, that's what they turned into.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's disappointing.
I'll jam Everlong anytime it comes on. I love Everlong. That is like one of my favorite Foo Fighters songs.
Right.
I just can't connect to the new shit. That's all.
Sure.
You know, it's not in the same vein of the. And I'm not in the same place where I was in my life at the time either.
But by the same token, you can't expect Dave Grohl to be able to play every part and be able to do live shows. So, I mean...
Oh, no. I mean, I doubt we'll ever hear this song live. I think it was meant for this. To show that someone that has never played a xylophone before can learn to play a xylophone. I think that's the main point he's trying to hammer home.
It is funny because they did shoot it, and it's 5 or 6 Dave Grohls walking out, and it's an overhead shot.
There are 7 Dave Grohls,
and they all walk out of their various instruments. It's like, well, that's.
And then you can even see Dave Grohl looking at his other ghost Dave Grohls in the museum and be like, "Yeah, see, we're really rocking now, huh?"
Yeah, that is the perfect band as we know it. But yeah,
I mean, like I said, Dave Grohl, he can do no wrong.
I know, but it's just this weird level of expectation is.
Yeah.
But he's done fine weathering it so far.
Fuck yeah!
What the hell? Rock on.
I'll never say anything bad about Dave Grohl. I just fell out of love with Foo Fighters. That's all.
Let's move on to MMA.
Outside of that, not going to talk about Danzig making his erotic comic a fucking movie reality. And really, there's nothing else that came out today.
Good, because we're running behind.
Running behind?
I was trying to aim for 45 minutes this week. So
okay. Well, if we get it in under an hour, we're going to be beautiful. But yes, MMA. I have some thoughts on Mighty Mouse.
Okay.
Of course, we know.
By the way, lost his title last week.
Yeah, via split decision to fucking Henry Cejudo. I think I know what happened. Because like I told you that night, I want to go back and watch this fight and not watch it being a Mighty Mouse fan, just watch it being an MMA fan and see if anything changed. Well, it did. Mighty Mouse came in with the same game plan Joanna did against Rose in the rematch. Leg kicks for days. That was the most success he had. Leg kicks. But Henry Cejudo was still able to shoot, take him down. They basically didn't affect him at all.
Okay.
And I think he fell prey to that. He fell prey, even though he was the champ. That was the only thing that weirded me out. He didn't really get that champ bump.
Well, you could make the argument, though, if you're comparing him to Joanna did get a champ bump, and I think, she didn't.
She wasn't the champ in the second fight.
The second fight, she did not get that.
And the second fight was all leg kicks, and she lost.
Yeah. You've got to do something impressive, and I'm sorry, but Demetrius Johnson did nothing impressive to me in that fight.
This is the first time I've had negative things to say about Mighty Mouse and his game plan.
That's fine.
I know he fucked up his foot. I know he fucked up his knee. I understand that. I get that. Now, if he fucked up his ACL and broke his fucking foot and still got a split decision loss, that's saying a lot. But this was the first time we saw Mighty Mouse kind of play it safe.
And he did. And that's the problem. And he did nothing that really made me say, shit, this guy, he's the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. Yeah. And I held to that view, though, up until the start of that fight.
Right. I mean, my opinion of Mighty Mouse hasn't changed.
No, he's
I still say he's the greatest to ever do it.
He's a legend. He's obviously, he still owns 125, whether he has a belt or not.
Yeah. And now Cejudo, you hear about Cejudo every goddamn day now.
Now, I avoid a lot of social media. So.
Well, I watch those little highlight videos of MMA news that happened during the day, and the majority of it is Cejudo going out in the town with his fucking new strap on his shoulder, going out being an asshole.
Well,
speaking of going out and being an asshole, did you see those Khabib videos?
No.
Apparently Khabib, I don't know if it was while he was in L.A. or not, filmed homeless people. He was paying homeless people to do push-ups. And they were filming it, and he was like basically having a piss.
Sure. Well, because he's an asshole.
Is that yeah, but I mean, is that what you want your lightweight champ doing?
No, but if you're the UFC, you don't care. You're just I just have such a problem with this promotion.
It's such a weird double standard these days.
There are certain things that this promotion demands from its champions, and certain things it doesn't demand from others. Really, frankly, I mean, Daniel Cormier could go out and basically kill somebody, and probably the UFC is going to allow him to keep everything he's got until at the very bitter end, if there was actually a prosecution thing involved.
Right. It's.
I'm only throwing that out as an analogy.
Fleece Herrig went on her Instagram. I'm kind of following that shit.
Good, because I stopped following her because I got tired of some of her shit. So
yeah. Well, now this was the only one, and I'm probably not going to come back. She was bitching about Conor coming back. She was like, Conor should never be able to come back for what he did. Meanwhile, Dana White fucking inks a contract with a fucking former NFL player that was convicted of beating his wife. And right. Dana White said there would never be a spot for that in MMA.
Sure.
Or especially in his organization.
Unless there's money to be made.
And fucking A, there's money to be made.
That's all it is. That's the thing is, and Brandon, I've got to do a rethink of how I approach the UFC as a promotion. I have to keep in mind it's only the UFC. It's not MMA.
Right.
Mixed martial arts is what it is. I mean, granted, we don't have a lot of great options outside of the premier promotion, which is the UFC. But we have to keep in mind the UFC, much as any other major sports league around the globe, and especially one where the ownership had to put up $4 billion to buy it.
$4 billion, yeah, right.
They have to be able to capitalize and recompense themselves at some point.
Yeah.
And be able to take profits. Well, until they are able to do so, you're always going to have an ownership that is very angsty and very weird and out of touch with what the sport should be.
Right. Well
and
put.
The problem is that it advances the notion that, number one, that rankings mean nothing. It advances the notion that
interim belts mean nothing.
It's purely, they're purely assuming that there's a scum on the pond, and that scum is us. And we're the ones that are willing to keep consuming at all levels of whatever the UFC has going on. Yeah. That's the problem. The only right way and proper way to do that is to just completely avoid contact, and I can't do that because I'm still a fan of the sport itself, even if I think the promotion is a piece of steaming shit right now that I want nothing to do with.
Strong words.
Well, 2 weeks in a row.
I was just about to. But I can't disagree with you. I mean, we are such fans of this sport that we will watch it.
Sure,
we will watch it whenever it is on, whether or not we've been fucking fucked by Dana White, which has been happening quite a bit lately. But I agree. I think this is a serious turning point for the UFC right now. They need this year to finish strong. And speaking of that, we do have a card tomorrow.
Oh, really? I didn't even realize that. I thought we were off for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, no, we got a card tomorrow. The big reason I know about it is because this is the headline Justin Gaethje, James Vick fight.
The Texecutioner is fighting tomorrow.
The undercard, I'm just going to go through very briefly. Mickey Gall is opening the entire card on Fight Pass, fighting George Sullivan. Joanne Calderwood is coming out.
Got Joanne.
Scots broad with the adorable audiobook voice that I wish she would just read books to me forever.
She could always be the voice for Tinkerbell. I think that'd be great.
Yes, a Scottish slutty Tinkerbell.
And prone to a lot of violence.
And then you bump up to the main card. You got Brian Barberena fighting a returning Jake Ellenberger. I guess he recovered well after that elbow knockout from Mike Perry.
Oh, my God, yeah.
That was fucking violent. I can't pick Jake Ellenberger in any fight. I can't.
He's a long risk.
He's a crash test dummy.
He's a long risk on every fight you pick, yeah.
Jake Ellenberger, 31-14. Brian Barberina, 13-5.
Barberina's about as bad, though. I mean, I took that guy a couple of times back when we were running leagues.
Yeah, but Ellenberger is old and bad. That's a bad combo.
And he wore a really bad elbow last time out. Yeah.
Your co-main event for this card is going to be Michael Johnson, who fought Justin Gaethje in his debut and lost, fighting Andre Feely.
Ooh, old touchy-feely.
Right.
I like Feely.
Almost better than Uncle Creepy.
Yeah, I like Feely, but the problem is I think he really is a one-dimensional fighter in most ways. So
is Michael Johnson, though.
Yeah.
Michael Johnson's a straight-up striker, and he doesn't have the tank to strike after the second round.
Well, we'll see if he's got that fixed. But I think Feely, you could say the exact same about him.
Yeah.
Talk about parity. This is going to be that's probably a split decision waiting to happen.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it might be your fight of the night even.
Maybe.
Well, Justin Gaethje usually gets fight of nights, which is your main event. Justin Gaethje, 18-2, both losses coming in the octagon, fighting the Texecutioner, James Vick.
James Vick says he's going to come out, and he basically calls Gaethje basically Homer Simpson. And he's not wrong.
He's not. But Gaethje did say he's making changes.
Well, he's got to do something.
He has to if he wants to live and breathe on his own.
You can't assume the best way to stop a shot is with your jaw.
It worked with Michael Johnson. He burned all his shit tickets for that.
Yeah.
For that chin on that fight. After that, man, he just gets tagged and dropped. He's got to change that up if he's going to get any success. And I love Justin Gaethje, probably because I saw his debut. I'm sure that's why I'm a fan. I'm fine with that. He can be a great fighter. He just needs to learn that you don't wear 5 shots at a chin to land one good shot yourself.
And I'm pulling for James Vick, and the problem is he put on a really boring exhibition at UFC Austin.
He did.
He won, and he won by decision. That's fine, but that's not what people wanted to see him do in his home state.
Sure.
But with all the shit talking he's doing right now with Gaethje, he's got to come out and back that up. So
yeah.
I'm taking.
But what better guy to be able to get that done than against Justin Gaethje?
Yeah, I'm taking James Vick in that fight. He's got to get a finish, though. I think if he doesn't get a finish, I think he gets finished.
I'm going with Justin. This will potentially be his 3rd loss in a row. After that, I burn ties.
Yeah.
And revisit when they've done a little better. But I'm going Justin Gaethje. I'm going finish. This fight doesn't make it past 2nd round regardless.
I don't think so, yeah. I think you're right on that.
I'm looking forward to it, though.
All right, let's move to the big finish. On to the picks for the week on drinks.
I am drinking whatever is available. I had some margaritas with my grandmother today for her birthday, by the way. Yeah.
Look at you.
Happy birthday. Well, her birthday is tomorrow, so, Daryl, you have your day to yourself. But she'll never hear this, but happy 82nd birthday, Grandma.
There you go.
Enjoy your margarita mix. Enjoy your Danielle Steelbooks. Enjoy your coconut ice cream. And enjoy the kick-ass cake I'm about to bring in tomorrow.
Yeah, I got to get to decorating that. So
that's right.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to take long chips because we'll be drinking that tomorrow.
Nice.
So, yeah. On to metal. I'm going to go Never Fade, Alice in Chains, because that is the release for the day.
I'll go similar release. I'm going to go the Dave Grohl track.
Okay. And MMA, I got James Vick by finish in the 2nd round by a sub.
I'm going to swap my pick to be that fight's going to get 2 bonuses, I think.
I think you're
for
right.
Fight of the night and finish of the night.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's what we got. Never Fade. Pick it up on YouTube. Check it out.
Coming in under an hour, bitches.
Yeah. Give us the old thumbs down if you're
hate us. Please hate us.
I love the haters. And by the way, fuck Yari from Winter Sun. Just to throw it out there.
Yari Menopause, go fuck yourself.
Hey, we'll be back to do it all over again next week. Chill. Enjoy life. Be you. Be the you can be.
Happy birthday, Daryl.